This is round first to pitch. Why do sellers keep on talking about buying is emotional? Is it just another one of their excuses? Let's talk about it. So, on LinkedIn, I have a lot of sales consultants or salespeople um, on within the network, just so I can kind of see what the sales community is talking about. And likewise, I have procurement people in there to see what the procurement people are talking about. And a topic that has come up recently is buying is an emotional process. Now, I can't speak for all sale or all buyers, but I can speak for the ones I know personally or myself more specifically. And at least for myself, buying wasn't emotional. It's not like buying a house or buying a car. Even from a transactional buyer, and what I mean by that is a commodity type buyer or a commodity that's connected to the index, that's even more black and white. It's more data driven. What's on a paper, and is your price cheaper than the other person's price? But outside that, that's not where I want to go. When you're looking at true B2B business, you're trying to get value add out of a supplier, that kind of seller. For me, buying wasn't emotion. It was far from it. And I always ask three questions, and I think I mentioned these three questions to me. How does it impact my brand, and how does it impact both my internal and external customers and consumers? Again, this is for B2B. And if you answer those questions truthfully to yourself, that's going to remove a lot of your emotion. The other thing that will kind of set you straight really quickly is total cost of ownership, which encompasses those three things within itself. It's not just price. So then the last thing, and probably the most important thing, is a lot of times as a buyer, you have to sell or present your findings or your 1, 2, 3 suppliers to leadership or to your stakeholders. And at the end of the day, 9 times out of 10, they're the ones that are going to be making the decision, because it's a business impact, and there's more than one person with skin in the game. So that's the ultimate check and balance. Is, at that point, it's a community of people, usually more than 2, that you're making. You're selling the total cost of ownership. You're giving your advice on who you think would be best suited for the company. And then from there, they're going to push back. They're going to ask you questions as a buyer, and you just have to kind of stay with the facts. And then from there, the dominoes fall where the dominoes fall. So it's far from it. It's not emotion at all, at least from where I came from. It's very more scientific than even personal. And to add to that, and to go back to the 3 questions, is when I was looking for a new supplier, or looking for a supplier period, I said it impacts your personal brand as a buyer, right? I would not want to present a supplier that I think would diminish my perception within that company. So again, the seller will either make you or break you, and you have to pick the right seller and the right company to then present to leadership to then make you look good. So that's it. It's not emotion at all. It's far from it. I'm not sure where that came from. It might be perceived that way. It could be because, when a seller makes a mistake or the buyer feels like they're losing value, yeah, they get emotional. They're trying to recorrect the record, recorrect their brand, because now their brand might have gotten jeopardized, and that creates an emotional state. It's not the same emotion that may be the decision maker of them picking you as a company or as a seller to move forward with. It's not the same. It's a very different context, and it's a context I really don't agree with. Again, I always say your emotion should come from the person and not the situation, because the right emotion to the right person is where you're going to maximize your leverage. Whether you're a salesperson talking to a buyer, or whether you're a buyer talking to a salesperson. So that's the emotion. The emotion is derived from value, not derived from the buy itself. Thanks again. Hope y'all stay tuned. Connect, email me. This is Ryan. Talk to you later.